So for those of you who follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, you know that I recently purchased the Clarisonic, which I am totally loving, and I'm going to explain why I'm loving it at the moment. It's just something that has really helped my skin so much, and I did promise that I'm going to do a review, and this is the review. I asked you guys to give me some questions so that I can actually review it thoroughly, so I wrote everything down on a piece of paper so that I can make sure that I'm thorough with it. So just so that you know, the Clarisonic is a cleansing tool. So what that means is that basically it's just to clean your skin. It's not something that's going to be like massaging, and it's not a miracle worker. It's not necessarily going to do anything miraculous, but what it will do, what it's claimed to do, is that it cleans your skin 6 times better than if you were just to wash your hands and wash your face manually. So the way that it works is that it vibrates. So lots of people think that this spins, but it doesn't spin, it actually vibrates. So if I press on the button, switch it on, the bristles will start to vibrate, and what you would then do is wet your face, bring your cleanser onto the brush, and then you just work like this type of motion, a circular motion. And what it does, it works in intervals. So it will do 20 seconds, and then did you hear that? So 20 seconds you will do your forehead and then your nose, and then the next 20 seconds you do your chin area, and then the last 10 seconds you do your cheeks each. So you can hear it go off again. So that's the way it's been designed, that it would only last for about a minute of it vibrating. So it doesn't spin, just to clear that up. Okay, let's just turn her off. I got the pink one. It does come in a range of shades. I purchased it for £125 from House of Fraser in Oxford Circus, I believe, Oxford Street. And yeah, I've heard so much about it, and I just thought, you know, I've been wondering, should I get it? For the past year, when I first heard about it, I thought, okay, do I get it, do I not? I don't know. And I checked some reviews, and I saw Tanya Bear's review, and she seemed to love it, and she sort of swore by it. So I, you know, thought, let me do a bit more research. And then there's Wayne's review on the acne head that he used and how it broke him out. So I just thought, okay, the only way to find out really is to do my own review, or just to review it myself and just use it and see how it works and see if it's any good for my skin. So based on the questions that you guys asked me, I'm just going to go through them. So many of you were kind of you know, weren't sure what is the Clarisonic. So it is a cleansing tool, and it will just help you basically wash your face instead of manually doing it with your hands. Loads of people ask me, does it make pores larger or does it tighten them? I mean, it doesn't make pores larger, and I would say that it may help to reduce the appearance of large pores. So it's not physically going to change the size of your pores, but it may help in the appearance of them looking smaller because there's less dirt underneath. So the way that it works, because these bristles vibrate, it does help to take out any of the kind of blockages. So the blocked pores, blackheads, whiteheads, they will eventually sort of come out after a few sessions of using it. And I found that to be true as well. When I used it around my nose, I found that my nose is a lot more polished and clean. Does it really smooth out skin and help with pores and blackheads? So just as I mentioned, yes, it does. I found that it does clean my pores. The other thing you have to realize, or what you may do, is that it is advised that you use it morning and evening. I used it in the beginning. For the first 3 days I used it morning and night, and then after the first 3 days I started just using it in the evening, because I did feel that it was, my skin was quite clean and I didn't need to keep using it twice a day. So just listen to your skin, see how it reacts, see how it responds, and then just, you know, try and listen to, you know, what your skin's needs are. So if it's a little bit more oily, or if you've worn a lot more makeup, then obviously you can use it a bit more frequently. And is it worth the cash? So this is a real sort of issue with buying something like this, is that it did cost me £125, and that is a lot of money for something that obviously is an electronic device that you can obviously maybe like or dislike. So it is a big investment, but the great thing is that they do give you a 90-day money back guarantee. So if you're not happy with it for any reason, so they claim, I don't know, they do say that you can return it within 90 days. So if it doesn't work for you and if it does break you out, then at least you have that peace of mind that you can go back and get your money So in my response to that, is it worth the cash? I do find that it is worth the cash, because over the long period of time, so if I was to divide that £125 over a year, then it's actually not going to cost much because I've got better skin for it. So I do think that it is worth the cash. Is it comparable with Sigma, and do you recommend it for dry skin, or will it leave your skin chapped? Now, I don't know about the Sigma one, so I can't really comment on that, but I do recommend it for dry skin because it's made for all skin types. It does come with different brush heads, so this actual head does come off, and you can actually put a different brush head on here. You can use various brush heads. One's for sensitive, this one's actually standard, it comes standard sensitive, and there's acne, and there's deep clean and things like that, so you can actually customize it by using different brush heads. The brush head itself does last for about 3 months, I think, and then you have to change it, similar to like a electronic toothbrush, where you probably would need to also change the head as well to get the most out of the benefit of using it. Is it good for dry skin? So like I said, it's good for all skin types, but if you have dry skin, then obviously try not to use it too frequently, because it is very good at cleaning your skin. It does clean it 6 times better. So if you do have dry skin, and just be aware that you're not supposed to press down very hard. So I'm just going to literally, it's a little bit wet, but I'm going to just kind of show you. You're supposed to just press down, like I'm going to start taking off my makeup. So you just sort of massage it like this, and don't press hard at all. Okay, just a little bit of firm pressure, but nothing too drastic. Does it scratch the skin? So I wouldn't say it scratches the skin. If anything, it just cleans it and polishes it and makes it look really, really nicely clean. So the reason I purchased it mainly was because over the past 6 weeks ago, around 6 weeks ago, a friend of mine gave me a nice present. It was like an oil cleanser and a nice balm for the skin, but the thing is that it caused my skin to get very, very, I don't know if it was sensitive, but it got really bumpy underneath, and my skin's not normally like that, so it got really, really bumpy, and it almost like developed a rash. Sorry, I've just filmed this tutorial which I'll upload soon but this one's gonna come up first. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, so it came up in a rash, and then you know, it wasn't going away. I stopped using the oil cleanser, but it just wouldn't calm down. Like, it was still bumpy, and I just thought, my skin's really congested, I'm gonna need to kind of just cleanse it, start from scratch, and I thought the Clarisonic would be the best way to go to cleanse my skin. So no, it doesn't scratch the skin because it doesn't rotate, it just vibrates. Does it even your skin tone? I did find that my skin tone was more even, possibly because obviously it's taken away, it's not an exfoliant, but it does leave your skin feeling more fresh, so all the kind of dead skin and debris and everything does come away. And if you were to wash your face, use your normal way that you would wash your face with your hands and your normal cleanser, and then if you use a Clarisonic afterwards, you'll find that actually you still have makeup on your face, so you haven't fully cleansed it. But with this, if you clean using this, you'll find that you've completely taken all the makeup off. So I would highly, highly do recommend it if you do wear makeup on a daily basis. Does it even the skin tone? So yes, it does. How much it cost? So it cost me £125, and I think that's worth it, especially because you do get that 90-day money-back guarantee, and if you divide it over the space of that year or 2 years that you'll be using it, then I definitely think it will be worth it. Does it cause pimples? No, it doesn't. If anything, which is another question that somebody asked, like, does it help remove acne, or does it help with acne scarring? What I found when using it, I haven't actually had any breakouts, so it's actually been really, really good for my skin. Like, I haven't suffered from any breakouts. It's actually minimized the kind of spot sizes that I get. Sometimes I used to get really, really big, sort of, not zits, but quite big spots, and since using it, it's actually minimized them. It's made them a lot smaller, and they're almost more controlled. So if I have a spot somewhere, I would maybe work the Clarisonic specifically in that area, and it would do wonders. So definitely recommend it. Does it prevent breakouts? I believe it does, because I haven't had actually a breakout since I've been using it. does it make you break out after a few weeks? So some people on YouTube apparently have said that they've broken out after a few weeks. I personally haven't broken out, and I hope I don't break out, but it hasn't had that effect on me. So I think it depends on your skin type and how hard you use it and which cleanser you use. I'm using currently this cleanser, which is the Biotherm Biosource, which has been amazing. Like, I really love it. I initially was using my Clarins Extra Comfort Cleansing, I think, and it wasn't great. It was making my skin feel quite tight, but with the Biotherm Biosource, it's been wonderful. It leaves it really, really soft and really clean and fresh. Does it live up to the hype? So this is one of the really, really kind of common questions, like, is it all that good? And to be honest, I personally believe yes, it is worth all the hype. It's been something that I would actually highly recommend. I actually recommended it to my sister. I said, look, I found this to be such a good product, I need to get you one. So I literally bought her one as well. So she's loving it as well. She used it after the first 2 days and she was like, wow, yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend it to anyone that can afford it and is wanting to have that fresh, clean skin. Then definitely go out and buy it, because you've got that 90-day money back guarantee. And by the way, I bought this. I haven't been paid by clarisonic or been given it for free or anything like that. This is just my honest feedback and opinions. Some people have mentioned Sigma cleansing brush number 7, beautiful face electronic brush, and the Olay spin brush. Now, I haven't used any of these, so I can't really comment apart from the fact that they are cheaper alternatives. If you guys want to try something cheaper, then maybe go for those, but I haven't tried them, so I can't really comment on that. By using the Clarisonic, it makes the products that you use on your face afterwards work, I think it's 6 times better. So 6 times cleaner and 6 times better than what they would do if you didn't use it. And it's not flimsy at all. Some people saying that some others were flimsy. This one is not flimsy at all. So, you know, it's definitely has its weight, you know, worth its weight. And the way that you charge it, you do need to charge it for a full 24 hours. See, this is a magnetic claw, the adapter is magnetic. So you do need to charge it for at least 24 hours in the first usage, which was quite frustrating because I just wanted to use it straight away. And dark spots or pigmentation, I believe it will help with that, because it's removing, you know, renewing the skin by removing the dead skin cells that are, you know, on your skin. How often should you use it? So like I said, just use it as often as you feel you need to. You don't have to use it every day. I use it every night. I don't like using it in the morning, because if I am going to apply makeup on, I don't want because my skin would feel so clean, I wouldn't want to put any product on it. So if I am wearing makeup, then I wouldn't use it in the morning, but I would definitely be using it at night. So somebody also asked me why use it other than continuing with your cleansing routine that you use now. So the reason that I use it, or I'm choosing to use it, is because it does physically change the appearance of my skin. It's actually made it a lot brighter, a lot smoother. It's just a lot nicer, and I feel that I can actually not necessarily have to wear makeup or foundation as much as I used to. So I definitely do recommend it if you want better looking skin. This is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was informative. I hope that you know, it answered all your questions and anything else that you needed answered. And yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to be making more tutorials. This actual makeup look will be uploaded soon, so just stay tuned, and I hope we'll see you soon with another video. And yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna get back into making tutorials, and yeah, we've got this makeup look to look forward to, so just stay tuned for that. Take care guys, I miss you guys so much. Bye.
Hello, my name's Courtney. I'm going to be reviewing a new product on the market called the Erisonic. I received this product about 2 weeks ago as a free gift to try out. And when I first got the box, I actually thought, this looks pretty familiar. It kind of has a similar shape to the Clarisonic. This is probably a pretty similar product. And in some ways that's true in the sense that it is a cleansing brush and it does have those capabilities that the Clarisonic shares in the sense of cleansing and also exfoliating, but there's several things about it that are a little bit different. First off, when I opened the package, I found that there were a lot of attachments that came in the package that I didn't recognize, such as this lovely little attachment. It's kind of a sponge type material. It reminds me of, you know, when you are putting on makeup, possibly like a liquid foundation with a sponge. It's pretty similar, possibly even softer than that type of material. And that is actually used for a serum or a lotion applicator. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment. Another unique piece was this little guy here, which looks kind of crazy. It took me a little while to figure out what that was for, but after reading the instructions, I realized this is actually a massager, as well as something that you can use in the toning process. And then we also have just general brushes. Similar to other products on the market, it is color-coded, and there's a key in your box that will kind of tell you which one is which. I found myself gravitating towards the one that I actually have on this brush, which I'm going to pull out here. And this one is the green one, which is for sensitive skin, like mine. And I was very pleased when I actually felt the brush that it is definitely softer than my Clarisonic brush head. And if you're someone who has very sensitive skin like I do, this is a super important thing. I found myself with the Clarisonic not being able to use it very often. It was actually a gift from someone when I first received it, and I really, really like the brush and enjoy it, but I've always kind of wished I could use it a little bit more often. But with my skin being so sensitive, it's a little bit difficult because it can sometimes kind of irritate my skin. So with this brush, it seems like I would be able to use it with more frequency. Also, this brush, another difference is just the way it goes on and off. So this particular one, I can just pull it off like that. With the Clarisonic, I can pull it off, but it seems like it's a little bit more difficult than the erisonic. Another really big difference is the screen, the LED screen right here. So if you look at my Clarisonic, there's no screen on it. If I want to start this baby up, I'm literally going to press the power button, and then I do have 3 different speeds, and I have a plus, so I actually have a body speed as well, and I can, when my brush is on, press go, and then kind of adjust the speed from there. With the erisonic, I can turn it on, and I can see all the speeds in which are available, as well as what speed I'm currently at. If you're someone who's been using this type of brush, especially the clarisonic before, seeing the power is actually a surprisingly really nice thing to have, because oftentimes with mine, you know, I'd go a while without charging it, not being totally sure where it was at power-wise, start it up, and then midway through a wash, it would just kind of stop. And I would realize, oh, it was really low. I actually should have charged it up prior, and I would have been able to complete the wash. So with the erisonic, you'll actually see when it's on if you're at a 1, 2, or 3, and if you get down to a 1, then you'll know after that last wash you should go ahead and charge it up. But as far as the modes that I was talking about, there's a mode button right here, and you can switch the speed in which it goes, or I should say the mode, I'm sorry. So you notice that first mode was kind of a consistent bzzz. Then the second one is more of a stop, go, as far as the vibration. And the third mode is really unique. It starts off more consistent, and then it intermittently goes and then stops, and then goes and then stops. In addition to the mode, you can control the intensity level. So how much force are we really getting? So I can click on here. Right now I'm at a 1, but I can go a little more and all the way up to a 5. And when you're ready to turn it off, you just click the off button. So that's kind of the differences in a nutshell. But to get into a little more detail, as far as the main differences, I want to show you those other 2 brushes that were very unique. So This brush again here, this is kind of more the massager. When reading the pamphlet, it also mentioned that you can use this when you're toning. So if you spray your toner all over and you want to kind of massage that into the skin. And once you've done that, if you're ready for your final step, usually like moisturizing, and you really want to get that moisturizer fully kind of, rubbed in, you can use this spongy brush. And when you use this, essentially you can either apply the lotion directly on it, similar to how you would apply your cleanser directly onto this brush, or you can apply it to your skin and actually rub it in. So just like the other options that I was showing you earlier, you would press on, you can change the mode, you can change the intensity to fit what's comfortable for you, and then you can just rub this into your skin with the lotion on it and make sure that it's really, really going all the way in. Also, another thing that I didn't think about that I noticed when using it in this way, this is really nice if you're wanting to make sure that your lotion goes a long way, because you can use less and just kind of blend it in with the tool, and it's actually going to go a lot farther. So to recap, in the past I was a clarisonic user. Definitely really enjoyed this product, really enjoyed having a cleansing brush in my life, but I will say, having tested out and tried the erisonic and all of its capabilities, including the softer brush head that's really nice for me as someone with sensitive skin, as well as the massager and the sponge that's able to rub in your moisturizer and make it go a little bit farther, I'm going to go ahead and have to make a little bit more room in my drawer for the erisonic.